kill with the warrior poet, spitting out the facts, artillery loaded, perfecting our craft, yeah you know we devoted. I know what I want so I'm staying focused. You hitting up my line, it's on do not disturb. Don't need a fool who can't even back up his words. Had to burn bridges and take different roads. You might think I'm toxic, but homie, I got goals.
It's fucking better because look how short it is, though. Yes, but like 3 is more than enough, apparently. Okay.
Kick ass. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Dude, what the fuck? You have a narrator's voice.
I used to do the announcements in high school.
Of course you did.
Listen to this.
Fuck?
Good morning, Rams. It's time for morning announcements. We're going to go ahead and start with a Pledge of Allegiance. If you're in the hallway or outside or wherever you are, please stop where you are. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas Pledge. I honor a Texas pledge. I pledge allegiance.
Shut the fuck up, Thomas. Have some respect.
All right, thank you.
Texas.
Now you may be seated. Attention all faculty and staff and leaders. There'll be a meeting today at 5 p.m. on the mezzanine room 601 and 616. If you actually late, you get the point.
I definitely did. Can you do the intro for the show, which is
The Warrior Poet.
Yeah, the Warrior Poet show.
Welcome, guys. This is Yansy here, and I'm here with
The Warrior Poet show.
The Warrior Poet show. And we're going to go ahead and start this podcast today, which is January the 4th, Wednesday, 2023. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Duly noted for everyone else. Put it on your calendars. This is when history happened.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let me help you out with that. Because
Go ahead. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. This is so unprofessional of me, but there we go. That way you can have the balance of the weight. Yeah, fuck around with it.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, welcome guys to another episode of the Warrior Poet Show. This is your host, Justy Garcia, and I am
Yansy Adan Quinones Almanzid.
yeah, and AKA known as El Paso Spider-Man.
Yes?
God fucking damn it, man. Like, if you are fucking regarded as Spider-Man, you are a crazy motherfucker. I tried to go and be Spider-Man once in my life, and it ended up very catastrophically for me. So tell me, how is it for you being in the line of fire?
Well, to me, it's just living life, living a goal, living a dream, and achieving something that I've been wanting to do ever since I was a little boy.
Okay, and what is that life? What is that dream?
That dream is to achieve goals that I've been wanting to do as a kid. For example, I discovered rock climbing in the year 1999. I was 7 years old. And then I started getting in it in 2000, the year 2000. I was 8 years old. And it all started at the YMCA, which I actually have a photo. Where's my agenda?
Agenda.
Oh, here it is.
There we go.
And
Thank you, Tom.
this photo is very, like, this is where it all started. This is the climbing wall, which used to be at the YMCA in the west side in El Paso.
Do you have a digital version of this?
I actually do.
Please send it to me so I could have it shown around here.
Will do.
Around here. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, which one is you? The one
So
climbing?
I'm not in here. Believe it or not, my instructor from Waco Tanks, this is his daughter, and she's also my age. And
How old are you, brother?
I am 31 years old. I just turned 31 this past December 28th.
28th. So you are a Capricorn.
Yes, I am.
Awesome, man. Earth signs are awesome, man. They're very,
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they're very, like, they're literally earthy. You know, I don't know how else to express myself. But anyways, going back to the rock climbing, it does tie in with the Capricorn thing, though. So you at 8 years old found this hobby, for a lack of a better word.
Yes, sir.
But you became addicted.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna share some information, personal stuff about me.
Absolutely.
I'm on the spectrum, autism spectrum.
Okay.
I have Asperger's.
Okay.
So by that means that I lived in my own world. When I was a little boy, I even built a model of this climbing wall. The whole gym, I built the whole gym that you see in that picture, and I used a block and the climbing holds where you grab onto. I used tiny stones from the front yard, painted them, colored them with markers, and then glued them.
Okay. Well,
That's how much I was into it. Like, I was just so happy.
there's definitely a spectrum, right? Because I've met people with autism who are unmanageable. They're not able to function in society. But you have transcended the whole spectrum situation. You before you told me, I would have never guessed.
Well, I actually do, I guess, come a long way. And I'm in the high functioning side.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, you definitely are. But is there a little bit of a mania when it comes to your autism? Like, for example, like just a restlessness that, because, I mean, from what I'm getting, the gist of your high energy, right? You need to let it go, correct?
Yes. I won't rest until I achieve something. I will not let distractions get to me. And I will put my foot down when I really want to complete something.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely feel that fire and that, that drive. Not a lot of people have it. It permeates the room. For example, before you walked in, it was as if it was just another, what is it, Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Yes.
You walked in and it's like, okay, now okay, well, I'm also drinking a Red Bull at the same time. So it might be the Red Bull, but I don't know. You're definitely contagious, the way you act, the way you present yourself. It's really awesome to see somebody who is actually like a risk taker,
Oh, I've been told. Man, when I came out in the senior yearbook from my high school, I was selected, as seniors. Only a few get selected. Memorable seniors, like who's got the best smile, who's the most athletic, who's teacher's pet,
Sure.
who's artistic, and I was chosen Daredevil.
Daredevil. So you were like doing flips off like the staircase.
Just climbing trees, and yeah, you don't want to know.
No, I don't want to incriminate you either.
I remember one part. In middle school, I decided to take a leak just because of a triple dog dare, and it went horribly wrong.
Tell me about that. Like, what do you mean you were trying to take a leak?
It was May 2007,
Okay.
8th grade. At that time, we were taking the state
Tax.
tax test, Texas Assessment of Knowledge and Skills. We were like a week past that or somewhat like that. we were all relaxed watching movies and just doing puzzles. It was in math class. And
Excuse me.
This a pause?
No. Never pause. Never fucking pause. We never pause.
the show must go on.
The show must go on. But please continue.
And
So 8th grade.
I asked some of the students in front of me, "Hey, you definitely took a piss in class."
What the fuck? No, you did not.
And I did. And I told them, keep it low key. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Bro, like, yeah, I would be more surprised that you kept a piss in the class low key than the fact that you actually took a piss in class.
I tried to fake the thing, but it was already too late. Luckily, I had my MP3 player, and I was audio recording the whole thing because that's what I do. That's how I entertain myself before I go to bed back then.
Okay.
Just listening to the whole audio, visualizing how everything was going with the sound.
Right.
So that saved me.
That saved you.
Yeah, I tried to fake the whole thing, and unfortunately, it did work. The assistant principal believed the whole thing, even though I lied.
But I'm a little bit lost now. Like, did you or did you not take a leak in class?
That remains a mystery.
Okay, we'll keep it a mystery. But did you get in serious trouble?
Oh yeah,
Something like that is,
well, they put me in school suspension
Okay.
for a whole week, which was kind of nice. Yeah, I just realized that I actually function better with less amount of students in class.
I would imagine. Tell me a little bit about that, like your experience being in the spectrum, you know, like growing up and all that jazz. Like, did people not understand your situation, or did they not empathize?
Always somewhat of an alienated. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. You were an outcast.
Yeah, but in a way where I still caught everybody's attention without even trying to.
Sure.
I did have
The
a
daredevil streak you got.
well, that stuff, you know, just being in my own world while the teacher back in kindergarten, first grade, you know how it is. Everyone sits around the teacher and she's sitting down in the rocking chair reading stories. I didn't do that. I was always literally sitting down at my desk drawing or doing something else. And they notified my mom at that time
Yeah.
that, hey, what's the deal here? I do have I was on the special education
Program.
because I just couldn't do work like everyone else. I will get too distracted. I have ADHD, learning disability, where I just learn a different way.
Well, you have a lot of things going on for you, and I could tell, you know. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, because, for example, the way I think and the way Thomas thinks is completely opposite, you know. It's basically this, you know, like I would say this is like Thomas's way of thinking, very linearly, and this is my way of thinking, very like.
And it's really cool because you're wearing green and I'm sitting
Exactly.
behind the green wall. I mean, in front of the green wall.
Yeah.
And this wall is somewhat red, pink. I'm a bit colorblind if you didn't know. And it's the opposite. I think it's aligning pretty well.
Yeah, I think I mean, I'm a big proponent that colors have a lot of meaning, a lot of power, and a lot of symbolism. You know, everything is an invitation for something else. You know, everything's intertwined, interconnected, and I feel like I contend with that constantly, and it makes my head smoke, and it makes me a little bit scared, you know, because it's so vast. It's so I want to get to the bottom of it all now, you know, and it hurts me, you know, because I'm so ignorant. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot out there that we can discover even about ourselves. And we're not done till our day comes. That's, to me, that's the true meaning of retirement.
Yeah, that's the true meaning of having a good rest.
Yes, absolutely. Because once you're dead, you're done.
Yeah, but you have to remember that you're gonna die. You know, like there's this Latin.
That is the most secure insurance we have.
Yes, Well, that is the only promise, you know, the only truth in life, you know. It's like you have to remember that you're gonna die.
And life is too short.
Mori, you know, absolutely, you know. But a lot of people waste it, you know. A lot of people, especially nowadays, and that's my concern, you know. That's kind of a message, you know, like what is people's ultimate gift? What is their mission in life, and why are we not achieving such things? And it's because of social media's distraction, and of course the internet has a lot of vast options to manipulate you and control you and keep you docile.
I have to agree with you. You're absolutely right. The internet is a great tool, and I remember back in the early 2000s, dial-up.
Yeah.
Just to watch a 5-minute video, it took like almost 2 hours to load.
Yeah, it made no sense. It's like,
But you learn to appreciate the small things at that time. Now it's hectic. Internet's good, but at the same time, I have to say that it's ruined a lot of morals.
absolutely. But I mean, we have to understand that this is a cultural thing. We are part of that culture, so we should make ourselves responsible. I remember not too long ago, I was pointing the finger at this, that, and the other. My main concern also is women, you know, women's role and the way and what they should be doing in life. And it turns out that, like, I believe, I think that it's a tragedy, you know, that a lot of women think that independence is selling their flesh, so just naked pictures on the internet for a brand new Mercedes, for a condo in Miami, you know, like you said, morals are being destroyed, virtues are no longer existing. I mean, it's degeneracy, you know.
Also, a lot of ghosting is very common because of social media. Everyone's got access. Anyone can find someone real quick, and then they decide to just drop them, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, and so, like, when I'm like saying women are at fault here, this, that, and the other, the culture is fucked, you know, like, no, that's completely false and ignorant of me to say, because in reality, what I should be saying is, like, I'm fucked. I should look in the mirror and say, I could be better. I could be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but I just choose not to be that person, because pornography is so much readily available, so easily available.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I going to build myself to be the utmost best so I can actually talk to that 10 if I can have 200 10s at my fingertips?
Yeah.
That's what they've done to us. They've had us reason with these technologies, and in reality, it's like, it's non-debatable, it's non-negotiable. It's my fucking masculinity above all else. You know, they're trying to chop us out, our balls off, and we're letting them. We're letting them castrate us. You know.
Yeah. Welcome to the modern world.
Exactly. Welcome to the fucking
2023.
Is this a 20th century?
21st century.
This is the 21st century.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
to the 21st century. We're past the radios and the, you know, all that shit. You know, this is some new stuff. But that's not to say that it's not actually the most beautiful time to be alive. You know.
Oh yeah, you can. It's up to you. It's up to individuals to really be better for themselves and for those that they love.
At this point, like, it's wonderful that people can choose to live their life whether with willing and a voluntary struggle, which is like, I don't know, like maybe going to the gym or taking up a class, something like that, reading a book, or you could watch Netflix all day, and that's acceptable. That's fine. This is the life that we have been gifted with. God has spoiled us all.
Speaking of Netflix, and yes, you're
tell me.
right. Speaking of Netflix, there's a documentary called Social Dilemma.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that shit. Tell the world how important it is to watch these documentaries, because it is mass manipulation on a grand scale.
Yeah, I recommend everyone to watch that documentary. Some of you guys may already know about it, but of course, you guys refuse to take the blue pill and live in the Matrix. Unplug yourself, live life, get off the screen. And that's why my climbing, supposedly, well, from what I heard, I send a huge message to the whole city that
Dude, like you are if you continue here's my concern. Like, what if you make a mistake? What if you're pulling a stunt like that and that's it, you know?
so there is no such thing as mistake. Either I make it out alive or I wake up in heaven or hell, or if you guys believe in that.
So that's your philosophy, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the line no matter what. Okay.
And it is what it is. If I know that I'm screwed, all right, this is my destiny.
You know you're gonna get demonized. You know you're gonna be considered a menace to society. You know. Mm-hmm. Are you okay with being with having people turn against you, not seeing the point of it all?
Well, at the end of the day, you put me in the spot here.
Because that's my concern, you know. So I don't see the merit between other than being a prolific climber, you know. But other than that, I just see a person risking their lives for little reward or absolutely no reward, you know.
Well, good thing you mentioned that. So I do train for this. I've been training for the past 4 years on my backyard. And so far it's been paying off well. It proved me that preparation is very important.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not just a jackass that, all right, I look at the mountain or whatever. Oh, I'm going to do it. No.
No, I'm definitely that jackass. And let me tell you guys, it's dangerous as fuck. Like, I put myself in danger, man. You need to know what the fuck you're doing. And yeah, you're right. You know, you need to train. You need to educate yourself in the matter. But let's go into the wilderness side of it all. You're in nature. You're touching the ground, the earth, the mountains, maybe getting poked by some cacti. Mm-hmm. Like, tell me, what is more important for you? Like, being in touch with the earth or climbing the highest peak?
They're both come in a
important.
row. Yes. Yeah. The wilderness, the outdoors. Nature's beautiful. And it can also be cruel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you're contending against the elements, it's ruthless, it's cruel, and you need to submit to it and you know, allow it to be your master, you know, because what we've done throughout the years, throughout decades, throughout our evolution, we have made everything submit to us, and it has made us believe that we are some sort of God, that we can bend that we can bend nature to our will, but we cannot fuck with the laws of nature.
Exactly.
You know?
Now that you mentioned that, humans years ago, you'll be surprised, but the human species is capable of doing so many things. But I feel like within the time and the years passed by, evolution went from, well, you know, Darwinism as an example, from Homo sapien to human. Well, human is a Homo sapien.
Yes, like from chimps, derivatives.
Yes, and then here we are with a shovel, all nice and lean, fit, strong, and then now we're back to the same position, but now because we're being exposed to, you know, we're just too addicted to these electronics.
Sure.
And it's kind of sad.
Yeah, so you are concerned. You share the same, you know, nuances in your mind as I do. You know, it's where does this end? You know, because Elon is coming out with the Neuralink, and that's gonna make us symbiotic with this thing. You know, that's scary to me. Are we gonna sell our souls to have this kind of brain power, brain acumen?
It's only, like I said, it's up to you to go out there and know the truth. Don't be part of the matrix.
Yeah.
Only, you know, to a certain extent, what's necessary. The necessities of the modern world, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, and I'll reveal something to you.
Go for it.
I am a big fan of consumerism because it just brainwashes people into like jumping into the hype train, right?
Yes.
But I am a part of the hype train. I'm a part of passenger of such hype train. But you know what? I think it's very important because it is a costume. You know, sure, I bought myself a little ticket to the fucking train. Yeah, I know that it's going nowhere. Yeah, and I know everybody riding the train is shallow and fucking stupid for thinking that these things are important, you know? But you know what?
What's that?
I go in there and they treat me with respect. They love me. They think I'm one of them. And they're my friends now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I know deep down, it's just the facade that I'm bringing to the table that's like, oh, I like that. I like this. You like that. You don't like me, you know? And that's sad to me. That's sad, but you got to play the game, you know? I don't hate the game. I don't hate the players either. You have to know the rules, manipulate them, and then fucking win. That's what's going on now. Like, we need to fucking win. All of us, we need to fucking win.
Yes. Absolutely.
We're losing. We're fucking losing. And it's none other than our fucking fault.
Yes. You never heard that saying from Albert Einstein? I fear that day that will come where technology will surpass the human
Intellect.
and we'll have a world full of idiots. And
He called it.
he did.
He called it.
Absolutely.
I mean, all of these motherfuckers are like Jim Morrison. That motherfucker would take a shit ton of LSD. And
That's for sure.
he fucking prophesized the DJ scene. How he said, someday they're gonna start mixing things and they're gonna start doing things electronically without the need of a band, without the need of instruments. Like, how are these motherfuckers able to tap in to forget about a century, forget about a month? Like, how are they able to see tomorrow? You know,
Yeah.
that's vision. That's something else, and that's
And only the few.
only the few. But you know, the few are becoming fewer because of these things. You know, our phones, our computers, our Wi-Fi's. You know, they're clouding our judgment. They're making us blind. They're blocking our connection to the source. So we're not able to have visionaries. We're not able to have prolific speakers that have prophesized things that are about to happen, that will happen, that have happened, because we're all dumb fucks, you know? We're all fucking brain dead and brainwashed.
Yeah. But it takes willpower for you to make that change within yourself.
And
I remember I used to have a flip phone 4 years ago, and I was actually pretty happy. What did I use to take pictures? I had my GoPro.
And you feel like you're not happy right now?
Oh, yeah, I am. But I limit myself to use my phone.
Okay.
Because phones are a reality. I mean, yeah, you have the whole world in this thing here.
Yeah, dude. Like, I met this Russian girl. And if it would have been 20 years ago, I would have been like, oh, you're from Russia? Oh, well, like, I guess, like, goodbye, you know? But no, I'm like, hey, give me your fucking Instagram. She gave me her Instagram, and now I actually can get in touch with a girl from Russia and actually see her consistently. Like, if I wanted to see her every fucking day, I could just go to her Instagram page.
Ruski, sportspervani.
They're beautiful. I mean, you would think, man, those men are fucking beasts, you know? Those men are like fucking bears, and like they're hybrids of bears with fucking humanoid shit, you know? They're scary, man. But let me tell you, the women are drop dead gorgeous, dude. Like, you cannot fucking find a fucking anything lower than a 9 in Russia, dude.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's a reason Russian models, you know. Russia is such a what's it called? An underrated country, and it's because
Russia and the whole Slavic nation.
Yes.
My little brother knows Russian.
Really? And do you know little?
Because of him, I knew, but I kind of forgot.
Okay. Yeah, I want to learn different languages, but I'm thinking I'm gonna start with Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
The correct way to say Chinese.
Yeah, but you know what? Doing the podcast, I learned what the correct way to say it. Shout out to Gia. But you know, I think that China, if they don't drop the ball and they don't fuck up and they don't do anything rash, they can steadily creep into being the world's elite superpower and leave us in the dust, and then we'll be at their mercy with their currency and all that jazz. But that's if they don't drop the ball, and that's if we keep fucking up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to educate ourselves. We need to strengthen ourselves. We need to be more. We need to be more as a culture, as a group, as a collective, as a country. So we don't let fucking the Russians kick our ass. So we don't let China fuck us in the ass. And so we don't let nobody fuck with us. We're fucking American. USA forever. Burnouts with V8s is what I'm talking about. Fuck going green. This is green. That's as green as I'm gonna go.
I like that.
Okay,
That's cool.
It is the Red Bull. The Red Bull has spoken.
That's good, and it's also green.
Yeah, where's my cup for some tea? I need to get the edge off. Yeah, we need to monitor my chemicals from now on.
Can I get some too?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I'll go. Where you want?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's right?
He has another one. Another. Go ahead.
Watch up with your hand.
Tea and coffee and yerba mate. They go hard.
Bro, I already had like 3 cups of coffee today, a Red Bull, some tea. Is this caffeinated tea? A little bit? Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I don't need to have more.
What is it? Dandelion root?
No, it's balloon flower.
Oh,
Bloom flower?
it's pretty good.
Flower. Yes to everything.
It's good. It's good tea.
Balloon flower or
Balloon flower, yes.
bloom?
Balloon.
Balloon. Okay, balloon.
Balloon. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Salud. Kefad.
We're friends now, right? I think
Yeah.
we could say we're friends, right?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. See, that's why I love doing this shit. It's because, like, man, like, it just opens my mind to a whole different world. Like, every person is a different universe, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Tea. Now that we have tea here, tea is actually the preferred beverage before you do a free solo climb compared to caffeine. Well, it contains caffeine, but it's still preferably tea.
And I can attest to that because the type of clarity of actual linear energy. It's not like right now where I had the spike. I'm gonna crash right now and I'm probably gonna pass out in front of camera, right? But like when you're drinking a good tea with the right amount of caffeine, it like gently awakens you. It gently invigorates you.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, and then it keeps you at that spot for the whole day. You know.
That's what I do. I do consume tea when I'm at work, especially my job. Since I'm an architect, but I'm not licensed. So in the United States, you cannot call yourself an architect if you're not licensed.
I've done my research. Tell me about that. Like, what is the process of getting licensed? So obviously, getting the whole architect title.
The experience, the hours. You need to be under the supervision of an architect, licensed architect, engineer.
Dude, fuck that.
That's
Fuck that. They should make it easier to be like, well, it's a give and take, right?
Believe it or not, in Dubai, you can literally have an office, and you don't even have to be licensed.
Why don't you fucking go to Dubai then? Dude, hold on. Before you rebuttal. Fuck all of these limitations that this country puts. I'm gonna put a stop to that. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna change this culture, as I said. But meanwhile, I think you should fucking make yourself some big bucks in Dubai. Get yourself a Bugatti and some like 10 like hot ass bitches, you know, like from fucking there, you know. And like,
So I do have family in the Middle East on my maternal side.
Are you Middle Eastern? Are you?
Yes.
Let me guess. I don't know. Iran.
Close. Lebanese Jordanian.
Lebanese. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, you guys are.
Oh, this is good tea.
Yes.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
It's good. Wow, it's
Yeah.
hitting the spot.
His taste in tea is superior. It's his taste.
It's my taste in all things.
Oh, okay.
Superior.
Last time I had tea with you, Thomas, was in November 2020.
That would have been Mystic Mint. I have some.
Yes, that's right. You did mention Mystic Mint.
That one's the best.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh man, time flies.
Okay, I have to call you out on this one. Do you seriously remember dates like that, or do you just call them out? To make it more
unfortunately
profound?
I remember them.
Dude, that's insane. Like you need to like. Do you meditate? I'm gonna take that as a no because I'm gonna tell you what. You have a lot of fucking like. We're computers, right? This is the world's more sophisticated computer, and some people have more RAM, some people have more memory, gigabytes. It seems you have a shit ton of gigabytes, a shit ton of RAM, and a shit. What else do they have? Like the core processors. Yeah, you got everything firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. Thomas, I actually met you 2 weeks before intercession in 2008. Maui High School. I was a sophomore, and he was already working as a staff.
I went to Mountwood High School too.
What year?
A different generation.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I was class of 2016.
Oh, you're younger than me.
Yeah.
All right, still rolling.
Yeah, still.
Do you know someone named Valerie Sosa?
Perhaps.
Then Mia Ramirez. She was a cheerleader.
No, I didn't.
Well, they're rock climbers, and
No, I did not know any cheerleaders.
I climb with them. Well, used to. I don't know what happened.
Do we need to cut that out? The names?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry. We'll just cut out.
You
that.
edit it.
Yeah.
Well, since we're cutting it out, when you did the peace story, I meant the one where you were like hanging backwards. That one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I didn't mean that one. I meant the cool one. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, so Montwood, when I was a junior in 2000, it was spring, 2010. I'm not trying to be too detailed. I got to cut that out. I don't know. I just started peeing upside down. I put both
What
of my
the
feet
fuck?
on in between the.
What the fuck?
The video's on YouTube. Check it out.
You have a video on YouTube on peeing upside down?
Yes.
Did you edit the video so it looks like you're peeing upside down?
No,
Or
no, no,
did
it's
you
real.
You literally peed upside. Why did you pee upside down?
Just thought it. I got curious. I wonder if it works. It didn't work though because gravity doesn't work. I mean, gravity is gravity.
Yeah.
Digestion, everything works. Our body, our blood flow works thanks to gravity. Physics, right? So I'm upside down. All the discharge is coming back to my.
Okay.
So I had to push hard. Only 3 drops came out, and of course I got lightheaded because all the pressure in my head was, and I gave up.
Yeah.
I had to give up before I actually passed out and seriously hit my head on the tip of the urinal. Would have been a pretty picture.
Yeah, but at least that didn't happen. So,
No.
So you're essentially saying that you peed on yourself.
Yeah, I had 2 drops. Landed right here.
Oh, great.
It's all good. I mean,
you go out in rain and you cannot.
I've actually drank my own urine in the past, thanks to PBS. When I was
What do you mean PBS? What the fuck?
there was a documentary in there on nature.
You're gonna thank PBS? What the fuck? Thank you, PBS. You guys are fucking.
Well, PBS kicks ass. Well,
No,
when I was a little.
if they're making you drink your own piss.
Well, that's me because you drink your own urine to survive, of course. That's
yeah, I understand that there was a survival situation that you put yourself in, that you felt the need to drink to pee, but did perhaps
This tea looks like pee too.
I know, dude. Like this pee talk is making me not want to drink the fucking tea anymore. You know. But anyways, I'm gonna try to power through my mental. You know. Anyways, so listen, man.
Go ahead.
I'm so stuck on the whole like you peed yourself, but now you're telling me, oh yeah, nonchalantly, I drank my own urine.
Well, I used to put ice in it in the morning.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Keep it fresh, nice and cold.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I'm proud. I'm not ashamed.
No, I could tell. Like you are a shameless motherfucker.
I mean, people do all these drugs and stuff, but they can't even drink their own pee.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a degenerate, and I've drank in Everclear, which is like 99.9999% alcohol. That's basically gasoline. So like, I have no business for like talking shit, you know. But it's just like so controversial to say that like that this is something that I did for survival, you know. Like I said, like we are living in a very comfortable situation right now, in a very what's the word? We're in a bubble, in a safety net. So it's like, why are you putting yourself outside of that bubble and safety net? Again, like going back to the climbing buildings, Spider-Man, you know, it's like, God fucking damn it. Like, you are literally a daredevil. And it's becoming more and more evident as we continue.
So there are other people out there. I'm just barely getting started. About time I am getting out of that bubble, like you say.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, if there's an apocalypse, if the world's about to end, you're the first person I'm gonna call, man. You are a savage, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely, man, no problem.
That's good. I'll get more.
Yeah, please get some more.
You got some?
Absolutely, I did, and it's fucking delicious. It did take the itch off.
Wow, this is good stuff.
Yeah,
It's actually kind of waking me up.
I like Mystic Mint.
Thank you, Tomas.
You don't remember Mystic Mint? Mystic Mint is the best. Well, in my opinion. Because it has multiple layers of flavors, you know? And you could buy Mystic Mint, and I'm not even going to say where. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. Nigga. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not going to stop saying nigga. Because
we live in a world where everyone's getting offended over lame things.
But not only that, because it's not the N word. And then on top of that, what the fuck? Am I going to call myself a Bina? Like, that's even more racist than nigga. Because nigga is kind of like between them.
Oh,
you know, it's like, hey, what's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? And I grew up saying nigga, you know? So it's like, I am a nigga. But it's like, what? Because I like beans? Because my culture and shit? Like, because, okay, you're making fun of the fact that we are starving and we have nothing to eat other than beans. Thanks for calling me a beaner. You think I'm going to call myself a beaner? No, I am a nigga. Officially. And I'll take a ancestry DNA to see if I have at least 1 percentile to make it valid, you know? But even if I'm not going to stop saying nigga.
Cool. Speaking of that, so I have a special device here today on this podcast.
Okay, it's a special device.
This is a climbing carabiner.
Okay, awesome.
This thing is 24 kilonewtons. 1 kilonewton equals 225 pounds.
That it can hold.
So, times 24 times 225 is 5,400.
So it can hold off a freaking elephant.
Oh, absolutely. But that's by impact.
Oh,
Remember, like gravity, 9.81 meters per second.
24 kilonewtons?
Yes.
5,395.
Oh, well, I'm close. I said 5,400.
You could carry my car.
Yes, you could actually carry fire trucks with this.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Oh, I was close.
It could carry a G-Wagon.
So,
I always talk about G-Wagons.
wow.
So
I'm close.
So you carry that with you at all times? Just in case?
I like it. This was given to me by a good friend of mine I haven't spoke to since May of last year we got into a little argument. I was in a bad mood. You know how it is.
Yeah. And you guys haven't patched.
I haven't spoke with him, but I want to reach out to him again. His name is, well, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's one of the co-founders of when climbing was becoming a thing back in the 80s.
May I see your device?
Yes, go for
your
it.
hook.
It's a Metolius brand.
Okay, it has this locking mechanism that
Yes.
screws upwards.
Like this.
Yes.
Oh. So the reason why I took out my carabiner is because in the old school climb community we call them beaners for carabiner.
All right.
So
See what I mean?
that's a good beaner right there. Metolius beaner.
This is a beaner. This is a Niga.
But unfortunately, because of the PC world we live in today,
This is a weapon, man.
yeah, brass knuckles. I actually have some real ones at home.
But this is a legit fucking.
Yes.
Oh, dude. This is what my. Never mind. We're still rolling. Anyways.
So, yeah, since we're talking about, beaner and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's why I busted this out. We do call them. Let me see your beaner. Did you bring any beaners? But it stands for carabiner.
No, I just brought a nigga.
But unfortunately, the world we live in today, where it's become so sensitive in the climbing,
Did you bring that non-binary, non-racist hook?
No, but the PC world, they don't want us climbers to call them beaners anymore.
Well, I am a proponent of free speech, and I'm a proponent of saying whatever the fuck you want, Of course, don't be fucking being disrespectful. Of course, don't go trying to, metaphorically spit in people's faces with your words. But, I mean, speak truth. Speak from your heart. And if, and if you feel... that's what I'm saying. Why is it acceptable for a biological man, to wake up one day and say... Damn, I feel like a woman. Why is that acceptable? But why can't I wake up one day and say, I'm a fucking nigga?
So, I forgot the name of that song by, I think it's Guns N' Roses. Take Me Back to American City. I don't know.
Yeah, to Paradise City.
Paradise City, yeah. But this is a good one that my climbing instructor
recommended.
Well,
suggested.
he changed the lyrics, but I don't think it was him, but it goes like this. Take me down to American City where the men have tits and the girls have... No, when the girls have dicks and the men have titties. I want to go back home.
Home. What the fuck? And that's what I'm saying, man. That is America nowadays, That is what people are seeing.
I just think because we're so privileged compared to other places.
Well, we don't have a task. We don't have an objective. We don't have problems to actually make our brains work. So we're regressing. We're digressing. And so we're making problems out of thin air. It's kids shouldn't be able to fucking have choice between whether they want. It's
it's funny because one of my good friends, he made a good point. People nowadays even get offended by not even getting offended. If they don't get offended for the day, they're going to get offended.
Yeah, it's almost as if they didn't take their vitamins. It's almost as if they forgot to eat a meal. They're like, oh my God, I didn't get triggered. I need to find something to trigger
And
me.
you know why? I
need to get on
again,
Twitter. I need to get on Reddit.
the internet.
Exactly.
Like Einstein said.
Japanese, Sasuke, fucking Chucky, a mountain climber, a fucking architect, a Jesse,
A Jesse.
a Coolio.
Alrighty, so we have some Japanese sake on the house. Oi! Koi! And we also have some motherfucking Chucky in the house.
The good guy,
Ooh.
original good guy doll.
Yes, and it's actually seriously creepy as motherfucking fuck. I don't know if I've just been conditioned to. Actually, let's take a shot in honor of Chuck.
That's right. This is sake.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that was pretty smooth.
It is smooth, and it gets the job done.
And it's this guy here. Okay, see it? Gene, how do you say that?
Yin
How?
No. Why do you come to me for all your life problems? I don't
It's
know.
24% alcohol. Volume is 375.
Oh, dude, I already took 2 shots and I'm already like
Feeling pretty good.
feeling
And then
pretty
I'm still
good.
going to have
Feeling
some
pretty
tea.
good. Feeling pretty good. Some Mystic Mint. Some Mystic Mint. Some Mystic Mint. Okay. Anyways,
All right, so let's continue.
let's continue. So we have been talking about
Oh, yeah, well,
so many things that are fucking insane. You know, like
carabiner.
You are a character. You know.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Am I a character?
Yes, you are a character.
Cool.
That
Thank
is
you.
that is a
I
statement
appreciate
that I think you should be proud of. I have met people. I have met individuals who seem to be mindless, soulless, heartless. I am heartless as well, but I definitely have a soul and I definitely have a mind.
Sorry about that.
What the fuck was that?
That is my phone. I forgot to put it in silent. Oh, it's...
I feel like you did it on purpose, man.
No. It's because I remember I had to call my grandmother. Oh, you're telling him. Or me. Sorry. It's already in vibrate, and I'm going to have it right here. Oh, my bad, dude.
I'm kidding. No, it happens, man. Sometimes, look, man, I am a big proponent of taking care of business. You know?
Cool.
I have to tell you, you definitely take care of business. You were here fucking early.
I was stuck a little bit in traffic.
I was
What's
stuck in
up with
traffic
that?
bro. Fucking,
El Paso's kind of weird.
I don't know when it happened, how it happened. I think it was COVID because what essentially ended up happening with all the stringent rules, regulations, and laws, all the California people decided to move over to Texas, and a lot of people ended up here. And now we're overpopulated. We're very oversaturated, and there's a lot of construction that's very cumbersome. You know.
I have a really good friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name, but it was thanks to him and his cousin and his whole entire family. That's why my video went viral. But of the Spider-Man climb for Halloween. But
Was that your intention though? Like, were
no,
you trying to be?
believe it or not, no. So, well,
Yes
the guy,
and
my
no.
friend
Yes
who,
and no.
yes,
Yes, you wanted the clout, you wanted the respect, you wanted the recognition.
that was
I gotta tell you, like my mentality when I say I want to become a fighter, I want to become a boxer, not just any boxer. I want to be a champion.
yes.
When I say that, it's because deep down, what I want is to be recognized, to be put in the history books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just be passive. I don't just want to be like, okay, yeah, I had my goal at life, and I was very content on my fucking warehouse job, working my 9 to 5.
Yeah, screw that.
Dude, I want to be legendary. I
Yeah.
want to be remembered like fucking those guys, like Alexander the Great, Tutankhamun, you know, pharaohs, kings, warriors,
And all those people got out of their bubble. They got out of their comfort
So
zone.
look, man, this is me being honest with you. It's like, yeah, I am genuinely concerned for your safety, and
Yeah.
I don't see the merit behind it. But deep down, man, I'm jealous as fuck. I'm jealous as fuck that I don't have the balls to be like you. That I don't have the grit to go to those lengths to be like you. You know?
Oh.
Like
Well, thank
you. No, don't fucking thank me. That's just me being honest. I think this shit's already, like I told you, man, it's already getting to me.
Did you know that? We'll talk about later.
No. Go ahead and tell me.
There's more.
There is more.
You used to have some in your.
We have some peach gin.
Oh, awesome. Well, my friend Chris, the one who recorded me on his, and then he put it on his Instagram, and then FitFam got a hold of his Instagram,
Yeah.
and I thank him a lot. Him
Bro,
and his cousin.
FitFam is is the bee's knees when it comes to El Paso culture. You know,
Yes.
they are on top of like people like you. They are on top of people who are actually making waves. You know, or you know, your good old scrap.
Yeah.
You know.
What do we got here?
since you have the voice, I thought I had the voice, but I have been corrected. Since you have the voice, can you please present the drink of the night?
So here we have a single variety Pear Williams Bear Brandy,
Brandy.
Class A beverage.
What is the percentage on that one?
And the percentage of this is actually 42% alcohol.
We're gonna get fucked up.
We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, yes.
So you do the honors. Go ahead and pour us. I gotta drink my sake. Hold on. Cheers, guys. Salud. In Arabic is kefad, and Norwegian is tak.
And do they do the whole like slamming on the table?
It's open.
I don't do it. I don't do it.
I don't really do it, but
Let me tell you, I do. I did it right now, and I caught myself, and I was like, I'm not a fan of that. And I'll tell you why. Because everybody does it. Everybody does the whole like, and I never did it. I was just like, cheers.
yeah, me either. Cheers, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You know. But then little by little, I started seeing people.
Yeah, me too.
Clink,
it's actually
clink,
hilarious.
Clean, clean, clean. It's like, are we playing ping pong? It's like, what the fuck is going on?
So here we have the master of all masters,
Pear Williams.
Pear Williams.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what this bad boy has to offer. Bro, if I was in the cartel and I did this shit, they would cut off my hands.
Here we go. And it's supposed to taste like pear, right, Tomas?
It's been fermented by pear, is what they
Oh.
mean, right?
Cheers.
The one we drank, it was fermented with rice. That's why it was so smooth.
I'm trying to distinguish the taste here.
No, this one's rough. This one's rough.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that is rough. Oh, wow.
Yeah, brandy's for big boys.
That was no joke.
Nope. It will put some hairs on your chin and all that jazz. Now when my voice is like yours, all of a sudden, I need to drink some more fucking brandy, man. Shit.
Well, my friend Chris, the one that filmed me,
Yeah.
and he used to work in construction, and he's the one who's building the roads on the highways I see here on Loop 375 and I-10. Oh. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff being done on the roads here, and it's not gonna be done anytime soon. Maybe like the next 7-8 years. Less.
You'd be
perhaps.
surprised, man. I mean, there's two ways to view construction. There's this project going on in Denver, Colorado, in the heart of the city, which is I-70, and they essentially, you know what these motherfuckers did?
What?
I mean, you're in the scene, you're in the world. You know, you're gonna just imagine me coming up to you and being like, "Yeah, Yansy, listen, that fucking I-10, it's no bueno. I don't like it. I don't like it being close to God. Such filth, such nastiness.
Stairway to heaven.
Absolutely not. Let's not even fucking go there.
All right.
I-10 needs to be destructed, demolished, and then we need to dig up a hole
Underground
underground, and then that's where we'll run the new I-10.
movement. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did in I-70, dude.
There's a lot of roads like that. Well, for example, the subways in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago in the 90s. That's where I
Really? discovered
discovered architecture and high-rise buildings like the Sears Tower, which is now known as the Willis Tower. Built in 1970, completed in 1974. And construction started in 1970, but I gotta step out of there. And of course, I discovered architecture starting here in El Paso, Chihuahua too, because I lived over there.
In Mexico? Mm-hmm. ¿Hablas español muy bien o todo?
Claro que sí.
Muy bien, entonces.
Y mi abuela me enseñó a hablarlo bien, sin...
Pues esa sí era una buena abuela. Todas las pinche gente que son paisa, ¿verdad? que soy Pérez, que soy Gómez, que soy González. Y no hablan español los pendejos.
O siempre lo tienen que mezclar.
Ándale,
el inglés
sí,
con el
pinche
español, pero se oye muy pocho.
pochos, ándale.
Pero no se oye bien, o sea, es como dice mi abuela, que vas a hablar el inglés o vas a hablar el español, pero lo vas a hablar bien.
Pues mira, yo también ya me he estado volviendo pochillo, ¿verdad? Pero mira, yo la cultura mexicana y el idioma y todo eso me fascina y me encanta y yo tengo mucho respeto y orgullo, ¿verdad? But
Claro.
at the same time, I am American nonetheless.
Same here.
So we have to represent, you know, we have to represent. And I would like to align myself to the Mexican culture more so. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm doing the country a disservice because this country needs some refining. And I think if the country gets to a certain place where we are very autonomous and self-sufficient, we can help out Mexico. We can definitely help out
absolutely.
Mexico.
You know, it's funny, when I met Tomas in 2008, when I spoke English, I didn't sound like an American. I had a hardcore
Accent.
Spanish accent.
Yeah.
But I learned that, you know, us humans, we're capable of adapting to any dialect accent with our tongues because our brains are just amazing machines. Little by little, I started practicing English more and more, but I wanted to sound like a sophisticated Alabaman,
Well,
Southern American.
okay, like a southerner.
But I achieved it. And a lot of people, they actually told me, dude, you sound white.
You do sound white. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, you speak Spanish? What the fuck?
And I also speak a little Arabic and Norwegian. I
Yeah.
taught myself. My mother taught me Arabic.
Well, you have a lot of great cultures colliding with you, you know?
Well, the Arabic because it's part of our maternal side of the family.
Sure.
And Norwegian because I used to listen to a lot of, and I still listen to black metal, but of course, it's heavy metal, but anti-Christianity lyrics, satanic lyrics. You remember Tomas back in the days.
And back in the days where you say
I had long hair,
evil by
taking cow skulls to school. Yes, I took a lot of stuff to school. Thomas remembers.
Sure.
I even took a Black Widow. I'm going to tell you the story now I'm mentioning about spiders.
Okay.
There was this girl that I had a crush on, and I didn't know how to express myself. So I brought one of my tarantulas that I caught in the desert back in 2009 of September. And I went up to that girl with a live tarantula, a pink-toed tarantula. And I decided, hey, I got something for you. I showed her the tarantula, and instead of like winning points here, scoring points, I lost.
Okay.
The staff were looking for me. They found me. But because they already knew who I am, they already know who they're dealing with.
Yeah. So it's like,
It's like, oh, that's Yansy.
It's a misunderstanding. Yeah.
We'll talk to him. Yeah, they put me in school suspension for like the next 3 days.
What?
But
Why?
but
Why
you
the
know what
fuck?
though? I chose that because I was so overwhelmed with
The
the chaos that
rejection.
happened. I was just that's the thing too. To me, when I climb either rocks, mountains, or buildings, I don't find that dangerous. To me, heartbroken syndrome is more dangerous because I just don't know how to handle situations like that. That's why I've always been single my entire life. I made myself an imaginary girlfriend. She is Americanized.
Okay. Hold on. I love this. I love your honesty. I love your passion. Tell me what the ideal woman in your mind, the woman that you have created, that you have fabricated.
So
Who is she? Well, tell me. What
Her name is Marit. Full name is Maritzi Adriana Rorvek Ramirez.
Okay.
Her mom is Mexican. Beautiful lady. She looks like Rocio Durcal.
She's a MILF.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's like,
And her dad is from Norway with Finnish roots. Matthias Mustaparta. That's his name. And and then the mother's
dude,
name.
hold on. I just said the chick. You really have concocted this whole family. Or
Yo, I also drew them on Microsoft Paint. That's what I would do when there was no internet access because our Wi-Fi was
shit.
there. I actually have pictures of them. I even have a picture of her and me. Supposedly, we went to Sunland Park Mall at the Glamour Shots, and we took a beautiful picture.
Okay.
The full moon in the background with beautiful stars. It's supposed to be the Norwegian sky.
That sounds beautiful, but continue, please. Like, tell me more about Maritz. Maritz.
So
right?
she's taller than me. Let's be honest. I'm petite
Yeah.
for a male. Literally, I'm like the smallest one in the whole family.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is something that transcends this conversation, which is we always have these visual notes that we make about ourselves. I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm lacking on this, I'm too much on that. But it's like it takes away from us, you know? Like you have so much to offer to this world that it breaks my heart that like you feel the same way as I do, you know? That's like, oh, I'm lacking, you know? Like I actually feel like I would be more if I could like break through these barriers of like insecurities and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like you are saying that I'm petite, I'm this, that, and the other. I have to disagree. I think you have big spirit. I think you stack up taller than any other man that I could fucking like. The majority of men are actually very, very, very small in comparison to you when it comes to energy, to grit, to you know, just the will to live life to the fullest.
Oh, I appreciate that. I take that as a good Happy New Year's
Happy New Year's and Merry
words
Christmas.
and Merry Christmas, and it was also my birthday.
And
on
happy
December 20th.
happy belated birthday. God damn it. Like,
And 31's a cool number because it's an even number.
it's an
Well,
odd number.
It's an odd number, but because it's got the 1 in it.
You're an odd person.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm an odd person too. But I'm more into the divinity of the number 33. You know? I don't know what it is. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But astrology, numerology, spirituality, religion. I'm going to fucking crack the code, dude. And we're going to break through the matrix, dude. Like,
All right.
either we're plugged in or this is real. I don't give a fuck.
We're going to see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Exactly. Exactly, dude. Are there reptilians living like underneath the ground? Are they or are they not?
Well, there's a lot of video evidence that it's very undeclared. A lot of people are so sure of it, but others still question it. The truth is out there. You just got to go find it yourself. The X-Files. The truth is out there.
Well, it's like Jim Morrison so eloquently said.
Yeah. Why didn't I think of that?
I am the Lizard King.
Oh, my God.
I can do anything.
I got to take a shot of Mike's tea. It's good stuff.
I'm going to take a shot of the shot.
Actually, I'm going to join you. Cheers. Salud.
Cheers.
Kefar. Tak.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to withstand this one, but I'm going to chase it out with some tea.
I feel the fumes coming out of my nose.
Oh, yeah. There's like fire coming out of my everything.
You know, I'm not supposed to be drinking any alcoholic beverages due to my climbing that I'm actually taking my training a bit more serious, but the good thing about liquor is that it does not contain yeast.
Yeah, it doesn't make you fat and bloated.
I remember back in 5th grade when may his soul rest in peace, Mr. I'm not going to mention his name, but he loved science to death. We did an experiment with yeast inside a bottle and a balloon on top of the bottle, and as the yeast started to expand like foam, the bubble was inflating. Mm-hmm. And that's when I learned, that's why a lot of these people who drink a lot of alcohol have a gut.
Yeah.
And they use yeast to make bread and
Pizza.
Yeast is good with moderation, like in Spanish, evita el exceso.
Oh my god, this fucking guy. Who
Sorry.
is this guy? Where'd you find this guy? Like, this motherfucker needs to come on the podcast every fucking week. God fucking damn it. Yeah,
Oh.
this will be a long one, let me tell you. Like, the lights will be turning off by the time. but before we decide that it's over, we'll be fucking talking in the dark with some candles on.
Well,
Being like, fuck you, Thomas. We still got some fucking will, some fire, some fight, man. I just want to fucking fight.
alcohol is actually good for you, though.
No,
It's not. But the thing is that it's good
Thomas gonna tell
for
us this.
special occasions like what we're having right now as an honors gift.
Honestly, this is. Look, there's a certain recency conundrum going on with me, which is like every time I do a podcast, a new one, I feel like this is like the pinnacle. You know, I feel like I just reach a new echelon of fun.
Yes.
Like every other podcast just keeps getting better and better in my eyes, but not like, oh, this is some good content. I'm gonna get more eyes on me. I'm gonna get more likes. I'm just having more fun.
Yeah.
You're making this fun, dude.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with
Appreciate.
you. And this is where I have to be the bad guy.
Go for it.
I thought we weren't gonna fucking click, dude. I thought we weren't gonna jive. You know? Because for a little bit I thought, okay, this motherfucker is like just like in his own scene. You kind of like ignored me at the beginning, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No. That's fine. But I thought from listening to your conversation with Thomas, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to crack this, because it seemed like you were more stern, more serious,
Oh.
more hard to get through. But you're actually a cool dude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, dude. I like you a lot, dude. You're a fucking cool guy.
Just to give you some heads up, I actually have been working on my social cues in my own self. I guess I've been overthinking. All right, what should I say? What shouldn't I say? Mm-hmm. Am I gonna say this that's gonna offend him, or am I gonna, leave him all weirded out, all that sorts of nature?
It's hard to shock me, dude, because of the life that I've lived. But let me tell you something. Everything that has transpired from the moment we started to record, I just feel like it's perfect. I just feel like it's the way it should have been, you know?
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Like you say, I have been working on myself. That's what I heard just now, you know? I have been working on myself. That's beautiful, dude. I could tell. You're very, very, you're sharp.
Oh, thank you.
You're very articulate, and the fact that you're able to say, yeah, I'm on the spectrum, but I'm fucking recording a podcast right now, that says something about you.
Oh, thank you.
That's
And
it.
I still have a lot of things to work on myself, just like everyone else. You're not done working on yourself until the day you are done. All I'm gonna say is that I did not have an easy childhood.
No, and
I had a great childhood, but I've seen darkness.
No, and I'm sure you have, dude. And I could tell. I could like look into your eyes, and
Oh, let me do that again. I'm sorry. Oh, your eyes are brown.
Yeah, I have brown eyes.
See, that's the thing too. For years, I've been avoiding people's eyesight, but
They say that people, no disrespect, but people on the spectrum, they avoid eye contact. Can you explain that a little bit? Why do you guys do that?
it's just.
In fact, let me do this.
Can I try your glasses?
Of course.
Awesome. I love aviators.
Dude, that's the way to go. Aviators or nothing.
I tried other glasses, and no, aviators are the way to go.
Anybody with aviators looks 10 times more badass, you know?
I like these a lot. The one
Keep 'em on.
believe it or not, I've never owned Ray-Bans. The aviators, I actually have 2 aviators in my vehicle right now, and I got them from the dollar store, but they're pretty nice.
Yeah. It's a classical style. You cannot go wrong with that.
The Terminator. I'll be back.
I will be back.
Sarah Connor, I'm a friend of hers.
I have some other Ray-Bans. I might bring them into the podcast. I might make them the official shades for the podcast because this is, again, lifting the curtain up, letting you guys know what's up. These hurt. These hurt me quite a bit.
I'll be honest with you. Sorry for interrupting you.
No.
They're really nice aviators, but I think I'm only going to wear sunglasses during daytime. Well, be honest with you, I actually have one bad eye. This one right here.
Okay.
I have
Your
a
left eye.
CSR, central serous retinopathy, where my retina is detached from the outer
How
layer.
How did you detach your retina?
I don't know. I already went with my optometrist. I got diagnosed. Nothing serious, but it can relapse. And now that I'm taking my,
Yeah, I'm on the same boat.
hey, everybody burps, even the prettiest people out there.
And you're beautiful, so there you go. Dude.
With my left, this
Okay.
one here, I see it's just dimmer than the good eye.
So it's
I
not
was
that-
doing so good, but
hold on. But it's not that bad, right?
it's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
So-
is it blurry or?
Yeah, I
dimmer?
see pretty blurry, and it's also dimmer than this eye. But it's okay. I will sacrifice an eyeball just to get back to my climbing full training mode.
Well, I feel like whenever you have a deficiency, you end up developing a proficiency. Did I say that right? Proficiency.
Yeah. Well, remember Newton's third law, you got to lift something behind to get ahead. That's a good one. And I actually got that from the movie Interstellar.
Well, that's a concept that I find myself contemplating with the serpent. The serpent is linked to evil and all this shit, but it's also to like rebirth, letting go of the old and embracing the new. You know, I feel like you have gone through a lot of evolutions, a lot of quantum leaps. Can you tell us a little bit of your journey? You know, like how was it at the beginning? You know, when you were getting like rejected by the group, and then like as you decided to say, I will be strong. I will climb mountains. I will dominate mountains. I will conquer mountains.
So as a little kid, I would get bullied. For some reason, I had no idea. The thing is, because remember, I didn't understand certain things that a lot of people would tell me, even though I understood the language, English and Spanish, whatever it was. But for some reason, I was always being made fun of. And also because I didn't have a father figure in my life. My mother is a single mother, from what I remember. My dad, I have no history with him. I only met him for 2 hours back in March 28th, 2008. Zacatecas, Mexico. And I have no connection with him. When I finally met him in person, I was just like, so you're my dad?
It's like,
yeah. It reminds me of there's a series called Cobra Kai on Netflix. Miguel Diaz.
dude, I love that fucking show. In the last season, Miguel Diaz goes to look for his dad. He finds his dad. He finds out he's a piece of shit.
Well, his dad, he's into some dirty business. You remember?
Yeah, of course. He's a fucking cartel
Who were you
member.
talking on the phone with? Right. You said that. Are you following me? And I remember the role, and don't even get me started. I remember the words. That's another thing that I just remember scripts.
No, but tell me more about your life. Tell me more about your experience first time meeting your...
So I was supposed to meet my dad, and they even made a huge party over there in Chihuahua. Jumping balloons, kids jumping everywhere.
Would you like another shot?
Sure. Honors. And always remember, guys, drink responsibly. Know your limits. Don't let the alcohol possess you.
Modelo.
Modelo. That's right. The year was 2005. During a summer on July, there was a huge party. It wasn't just for me, but it was like a big party hall. Kids were jumping their jumping balloons.
Was it a situation where the stars just aligned, like there was an event?
Well, I felt weird because I felt like this was kind of pressured by my family. Hey, Yancy's finally gonna meet his dad, biological dad. But the guy never showed up. I was just there, and honestly, I felt so weird. I didn't even know how to express myself. I literally froze like this.
Like you were sitting down type of shit, or what do you mean like this?
The way you're seeing me right now.
So you were sitting down.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was standing up, but I was just froze. Like I didn't know how to express. I was just stuck.
But
I was having mental warfare.
I am actually confused. So you were about to meet your father. Mm-hmm. It was a scheduled thing. It was.
My father was supposed to come into the building and meet, and everybody was waiting for that moment. Hey, Yancy's finally gonna meet his biological father. He never showed up. I really didn't give a shit.
He ditched you.
Just like he did before I was born. 3 days before I was born.
You know what's funny? I asked you that question intentionally.
Oh.
I was trying to see if you were broke. If you were... Sorry. No, if you would break. If you would show weakness. If you would feign some sort of hurt.
Oh.
You know what I saw? I saw stoicism. I saw strength. And then... So... Yeah, I am profiling you. I am testing you out. But the thing is, you didn't give a fuck. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't give a fuck if this guy actually walked into the door and made, hey, peace out, guys.
Actually, since he never showed up, I just felt more, you know what?
More at peace.
I don't need this guy.
Fuck this guy, actually.
I already have... My father figures were my uncles, my grandfather, a hard ass, but thanks to him, and not just my grandfather, but I used to do construction work right after high school, and yes, it sucks not having a father figure. I believe that there is an empty space that was never filled when there was never a father around. And I'm talking about literally no father at all. I'm not talking about uncles, your mom's new husband or whatever. It sucks. Because I was raised by my mom and my grandmother.
Let me tell you something.
Go for it.
I empathize with the plight because I was on the same boat, brother. On the same fucking boat. I was disenfranchised.
She's good.
I didn't have any direction. That's what a man is here for. He's here to carve the path, to create a direction. But you know what? Since you and I have been disenfranchised like that, unfortunate like that, we have to figure it out on our own. You know? We have to fucking grow up kind of borderline hating our fucking father. You know? Because that motherfucker chose something else over ourselves. You know, he wasn't. Even if he was a piece of shit. Even if he fucking sold gum on the fucking
chicles en la esquina de la calle.
Ándale. If he was that guy, even if he came home and said, "Look, my son, this is what I brought home. This is what my life, my choices have been able to provide for you. But I still love you, and I fucking bust my ass off for you, and I'll protect you. But I want you to be better than me."
Yeah.
If you got that message at 4, at 5, at 8, at 12, at 16, at 18, you wouldn't be the fucking scumbag that you are right now. But look at me now. I look in the mirror and I'm sometimes disgusted. I want to fucking preach. I want to fucking let the people know that I love myself and all this shit. But sometimes I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I'm a fucking scumbag. I'm an asshole. I'm trash. And why? Why do I feel like this? Because my father decided to get fucking the cash money over giving me his wisdom, over giving me his guidance. You know, I was by myself. I was contending with the elements. You said Mother Nature was unforgiving, right?
Oh yeah.
She definitely is.
Mother Nature is actually there. I believe this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with religion, but Mother Nature is like what I learned in elementary school back in O'Shea, Callagher. The year
You went to O'Shea.
2003.
You went to O'Shea.
Yes, sir.
You did not go to O'Shea.
Yes, I still remember my class periods.
I think
remember,
we're kindred spirits, bro.
I remember.
That's why you're here on the podcast.
I remember the assistant principals' names. I remember my staff, the coaches, all of their names. I remember the hour we went home. I remember the hour we went back to our advisory class.
Dude.
And I was just there for the 5th grade. And my little brother and my little sister were in the same school until, I'm not going to mention it, but we had to separate ways. We have different dads.
That, I pay attention. That creates a wedge. I have 2 older sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Different mom. More spiritual, more carnal, more profound than having different dads. We have the same dad, different moms.
Oh, I gotcha.
We're enemies. We're contending against each other.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm not trying to be religious
It's
here.
sad, dude. It's sad.
I mean, it is sad, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or makes you stranger.
I hope I don't fucking cry on the podcast, dude, because I know that if we allied ourselves, we would be the most powerful family in the whole fucking world. But we are at arms against each other. We hate each other. We want to destroy each other. And so that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to fucking decimate them, abolish them from the face of the earth. And I'm not talking about murder. I'm talking about straight up taking the power away from their fucking hands.
Yeah.
Because they're out to get me.
True that. But here's the good thing, though. There's always a door out there, even if it's 2 miles away from you. There's always something out there that's going to give you hope.
And I'm under the influence, okay? So I'm talking a little bit crazy here, but I will tell you this. God has helped me organize myself, maneuver situations, and transcend the pain that I feel, you know? Because growing up without a father, growing up without a father figure, a male figure, a strong figure, you're at risk of becoming a straight up piece of shit, you know?
Yes, you're actually correct. The beautiful thing about knowing what's good and what's right and wrong is that you choose to be what you choose to be. You want to be a good person, you will have to go through struggles. You will have to go take the long journeys, but it's going to be a good thing in the long run. Versus, excuse me, I'm actually burping right now. Taking the short route doesn't always mean it's a bad thing, but it's struggling makes you appreciate more the little things. And
struggle is truth.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something.
Go for it.
This is why I respect you.
Oh, well, thank you. And I respect you too.
You shouldn't, because I'm a bad person. You know? And I know. You wanted something else. But And I know you guys wanted me to fucking come out and say, yes, I am a good person. I am not a good person. I am a horrible person, and I will fucking decimate you. I will fucking obliterate you. I will fucking rid you of the face of the earth if you come in my way.
Now, here's the thing. Who said you're a bad person? I mean, besides yourself.
Me, yeah. I can say this is evil. This is bad. This is destructive. This is too much.
Oh.
And that's the essence of my core, you know. My heart is pure. My heart is trying its best to break through these barriers that my carnal needs have put through, which is like lust, you know, the need for power. I cannot destroy those things, because if not, somebody's gonna come in through the door. This bad boy is gonna come through the door and fucking shake me through the fucking heart.
So that right there, that's the original good guy doll, Charles Lee Ray, who is under the nickname Chucky. In Spanish, we call him Apodos.
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 Like Chucky for Charles, Mickey for Miguel, or Miguel. Chucky for Charlie, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
My daughter's middle name is Charlie.
Cheers to that.
I think that's why she likes
Actually,
Charlie.
we're gonna go.
Actually, let me fill up my cup. Yeah, we will go there.
But remember this, dude. No one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes.
Dude, I know.
I make mistakes too.
I see people, and I am baffled at how fucking ridiculous they are. But let me tell you something.
Go for it.
I am astounded by how conniving and manipulative and evil I can possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared, dude. I'm scared because I see it in other people, and I'm disgusted by it, and I try to fucking abolish it and shun it. But then it never stops. I look in the mirror, and I cannot stop seeing something bad. I don't see something good. I try to be something good. I want to fight for something good. But when I look in the mirror, I'm scared of it. You know?
Well, I'll tell you this. You're doing something good. You are starting, well, you have your podcast here. You're here very knowledgeable. You're doing a good thing for yourself. Don't stop doing what you love to do, and just don't let the demons win over you.
Dude, the demons are strong.
Well, they're strong, dude, but so are you. You got this. Just like I did. I went through a lot of struggle in high school and my early college days, but you know what? You're not done doing the impossible.
How do we transcend these barriers that we put forth?
That is something that I have to leave to you. You got this. Stay strong. Just like rock climbing. You're losing strength, but you're almost there to the top. You're almost there. Just focus. You're going to achieve to the top out. That's how we call it.
I was going, like I told you, I put myself in that situation, right? Where it's dangerous. I shouldn't have gone. I wasn't trained for it. But I thought, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know if I was halfway through or 3/4 through, but I could look up and I could see the top.
Yeah.
You know what that made me feel?
Mm-hmm.
That made me feel like I couldn't fucking give up.
Yeah, rejoice.
When you see the fucking finish line, you don't fucking say, oh, this is a great time to fucking let go and relax.
Now remember this too, dude. You know the story about the rabbit versus the turtle.
Yes, I do.
It's never a race. You just keep going at your own pace. Don't worry about what's going on around you. Just keep going. And you will achieve.
But that race, It's psychology, dude.
Yeah.
That race is the ultimate form of power because the tortoise knew that the fucking hare was gonna be fucking quick, astounding, and flashy,
Yes.
but full of nothing but ego and pride.
Yeah, that stuff will actually bring you down. Always, you gotta, and this is a message to everybody, but don't always think you're top notch. And don't always wish what you wish for, because sometimes you might get that wish.
Thomas said, "You guys are just regurgitating the same message." Bro, there's some message to be said in this fucking show. And let me tell you, what you just said
Go for it.
just struck me like a lightning bolt. Because let me tell you something.
Go for it.
I have actually said on the show, if you get the girl, the woman that you want, that might actually be a curse.
Yes.
That might actually be something bad about to pop off. So you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware that women aren't a blessing always.
I would say more like beauty isn't always a blessing.
Yeah.
Because, well, from a male perspective, we want the perfect woman, like good looking and all that. And I used to watch a lot of Tales from the Crypt. Beauty is only sin deep, which in reality is skin deep.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Things don't always, in Spanish, no todo lo que brilla es oro. Don't confuse salt
With sugar.
and sugar, yeah. You know,
Well, look.
go for it.
Me personally, I would like to tell the world, please vet your people. Please understand who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Chucky,
Of course. He's got this Christmas spirit.
if you're dealing with the Chucky, deal with the Chucky accordingly. You know, don't let that motherfucker live in your house for fucking 2 months and
Well,
then
I have it
fucking shank you in the middle of the night like. Ah! He will fucking shank you, dude. One day we're gonna be like, El Paso Spider-Man got murdered by his fucking Chucky. And there's nothing we can do about it but to fucking point the finger and say, fuck you, Chucky. Fuck you for killing my fucking
But if
boy,
you think about
Spider-Man.
it, Chucky's actually doing
A purge.
well, he might be doing us a favor. I gotta take a leak.
Yeah, I need to take a lead too, but go ahead.
Yes.
Woohoo! This is a great podcast, man.
Before we go, need anything?
Oh, we're good. Thank you. I still have one more shot to go, but that's it. I'm not gonna have any more.
Well, you can skip on the shot.
All right.
Because you're going to be driving, right?
Yes, just have to go meet some friends at Applebee's on Yarborough. But
Yansy, you're a busy man. What the fuck, Yansy?
I've been told that before that I am a workaholic. Always something going on. If it's not architecture work, it's music or climbing
I'm going to tell you something.
or personal family things, of course.
I am a fan of architecture.
Oh, let's hear it.
I'm a big fan of architecture. Rome wasn't built in a day. But what can we build in a day nowadays?
What's necessary, what's convenient, and what is...
Expedient.
yeah.
Expedient. Okay.
Yeah.
Expediency, convenience, and necessary. Necessities are necessary.
One thing that they taught us in school is how to be very creative, artistically speaking. But as soon as I started my career on the field, it had nothing to do with what we studied. Cheers. Good tea. And I still have one more shot, and I will take it with honors.
I'll take it with you.
And this will be my last one for tonight.
I would like to say that it will be my last one, but I have another podcast to record.
You have one after me?
Yeah, I have one
Oh.
after you.
All right, well, we'll cut it short. We'll get to the climbing stuff and the music.
Absolutely. But look, man, I will tell you this. This podcast has become a place where people can enjoy themselves, have a good time, speak their truth. And if you want to speak the truth tomorrow, not even 2 months, not even 2 years from now,
Yeah.
if you want to fucking come tomorrow to record part 2, I'm not.
Oh, it doesn't have to be today. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
With this, now that I'm more familiar with the whole thing, maybe I can organize my climbing stuff.
Hold on. Because I'm trying to fucking open this bottle.
And there's no top to it.
Thomas is very disappointed in me. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm officially drunk. So enjoy the show. I spilled like 3 drops.
It's okay. Reminds me of my pissing story. Upside down.
Dude, your pissing story got me in a really tough spot. And I'll tell you why. Because people usually don't come on the show to tell me about the time they pissed themselves.
Oh, it's that the thing is that when I didn't even really plan to pee upside down back in spring 2010, and I was actually in a SAT course at Montwood High School. You know, the test you got to take before you get into college. SAT, Thomas.
I fell asleep to the whole fucking thing.
I actually paid attention, but the thing is that, anyhow, that's another story. Not important. I went to the restroom, and at that time I had a Kodak camera, where the film only went up to 7. What is it? You have 1080. You have 720 pixels.
Is that the max on the Kodak?
Well, at that time, 2010, that was the max.
Dude, I kind of want to go 720 on the podcast. Because it's more expedient, more faster, more... It's actually not too bad against 1080p. But I'll tell you this. There's 4K. There's 8K on YouTube right now.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So, exactly, unfortunately. So it's like, how the fuck am I going to allow myself to go below 180p? Bro, we need to see if you have fucking acne. We need to see if the beard is growing. Type of shit.
Yeah.
You know? I'm sorry, brother, but like the technology has surpassed us. The technology has gone beyond us.
Yeah.
We have to expose ourselves.
Well, believe it or not, the GoPro that I use to film my climbing activities, my adventures, either it's music, climbing, or anything else, my GoPro is a Hero 4. Unfortunately, we have the Hero 11 these days, where it's just high
Hero
top.
4 against Hero 11.
But if it's not broken, why replace it or fix it? Acknowledge
Well,
and
I'll tell you this.
Go for it.
You have the voice.
Oh.
And if you have the sufficient of software and technology, you don't need anything else.
You're true. I have my good friend Sid who helped me put the videos together. He's teaching me too.
Bro, I'm telling you, we need to exchange our channels. We need to know what the fuck is going on here. Because Thomas linked us up. Mm-hmm. Thomas got this going on, you know? And I'm very happy for Thomas, you know? Because Thomas is a different kind of character.
Yes. That's why I consider him one of my best people
Peeps.
to keep around.
Dude, if you don't have a Thomas in your fucking arsenal, you are fucked. If you're going against me and I have a Thomas in my fucking weaponry and you
Yeah.
don't, you're fucked, dude. I'm sorry. Just by me having a proxy. By proxy, I have Thomas and you don't, you are fucked. And I will decimate you. I will obliterate you. And I will erase you from reality.
Yeah.
Because I have a Thomas on my side. And you do not.
I'm actually surprised Thomas stayed with me besides being a tutor at the freshman center. Was he around when the freshman center? No, of course not. No, that's right.
Thomas knows. Thomas knows I've been around.
And you know how it all started? It was during intercession class too. The first week out of the 2 weeks that we got, because the Socorro district goes by year round. And I remember he would actually come to me. Well, he went to everybody, but he's like, "You need any help?" I'm like, "No, thanks." But I was actually prideful. I was young. I was only 16 years old.
You were doing your math problems.
I was doing something
knew you were
else.
fucked.
But I had a Rubik's Cube, which he was able to solve. And when I came back to my station, it was all, you remember, Toma? I was like, wait a minute. Who the hell solved Who solved my Rubik's Cube? And it was him. The thing is that the Rubik's
That's
Cube.
rude, Thomas. You shouldn't
No,
be touching Rubik's
honestly, thanks to him, I started getting lessons on how to solve the Rubik's Cube in the same year, 2008. The thing is that, yeah, you have all these guys solving the Rubik's Cubes under, 7 seconds and all that. But you know what? It's not a race. That's the thing, too, about social media. It's everybody now wants to race and get things done.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm only validating your points, okay?
Oh.
I want to have the Bugatti. I want to drive the fastest car in the world over him, over you, over everyone else.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, dude. This is not a competition. This is not something that I thrive on. This is just something simply that I have told myself, like, don't let other people get that over you.
Yes, sir.
You know? And so, like, I do want to drive the fastest car in the world. I do want to be the most successful business in the world. But it takes time. It takes networking. And the way you operate your business, the way you operate yourself, it seems more symbiotic. It seems less contrived.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that. We're going to have... This is our last cheers for tonight, because I still got to...
Yes, definitely. Last cheers, because I'm fucked up
Salud.
too.
Cheers. Kefad. Tak.
K-Fod talk? What does that mean?
Kefad is in Arabic for cheers.
Okay.
Kefasatika and tak for in Norwegian. Cheers. All the languages that I know well, I will always acknowledge them. Oh my God.
Brandy is strong.
You don't mess with brandy.
Don't fuck with brandy. That's what I would have to say about this situation.
What is this again? It's not liquor, is it? I mean,
It is.
well, it's liquor. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's not whiskey.
No, it's not. It is a more clean and refined version of the whiskey that you would get.
Oh,
from
gotcha.
this. Yeah. But white brandy is very powerful.
Brandy is someone to respect
Yes.
and acknowledge. Anyhow, where was I?
We were at the point where we were about to lose our minds. Let's go ahead and let the people know how to fuck to do this. You're not supposed to just. "Oh, I don't give a fuck about myself anymore. I don't give a fuck about my spirits."
Well, you mind if I give some information and some trivia about alcoholism?
Absolutely.
So the word alcohol is an old ancient Arabic word with Greek alcohol
Alcohol.
with alcohol, which means goal, soul eater, spirit eater. And it makes sense. I mean, it has nothing to do with religion, but what alcohol does, and that's why it's prohibited in the Islam belief, because alcohol consumes the soul, which means it leads demons to possess the body. That's why, I'm not trying to be religious here, but I've seen my fair share where certain people act very bizarre, violent when they are under the influence of the alcohol.
I've been under the influence of very hard drugs.
And you know what, dude? And I'm not here to judge you.
Go ahead.
No one's perfect, like I said. And you're good.
Go ahead.
No one's perfect. As long as we are aware and we decide to be better for ourselves before we are better to others, it takes will and power to do that change.
Yeah, absolutely. God wants us to transcend whatever limitations we ourselves put ourselves on. But I will say this.
It's easier said than done, but it's not impossible.
No, I mean, it's all your decision. Like, if you want to be somebody who's in the favor of God, you're going to act in a certain way. If you want to be somebody who's in the favor of humans, you're going to act a certain way. Mm-hmm. And if you want to be somebody who transcends God and humans.
Yes. And, to each his own. May their throne be their judgment.
You're playing a very dangerous game.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to transcend God. God wants you to transcend him. God wants you to challenge him. Mm-hmm. God's like us. God is very, very, very competitive. And he wants to see what you got to bring to the table.
Yes. Even if it's a small grain of sand, anything counts. I'm going to have more tea. You want to join me?
Yeah, why not?
I'll go ahead and serve you as an honor.
Dude,
I liked your teapot, Tomas.
I feel honored. Like,
Here you
best
go.
believe. I will say it one more time.
Go for it.
If you know, then you know. If you don't know, now you know.
Yes. Carabiner.
I think the beaner and the nigga should be one and the same.
Honky tonk too. Cheers, my brother. This is really good tea. It actually tastes better than the dandelion root.
Dare not tell you, Mystic Tea is the way to go. It's the way to enlightenment.
Yes.
Let me ask you something.
Go for it.
Do you see fallacy? Do you see lies when you walk the streets of your earth? Your earth, not mine. The reality you're living in. Does something seem fake to you?
Well, like I said, this is from my own perspective view. I've seen my own lies. I've seen the fakeness. I've seen the unknowledgeable. I've seen, of course, in my own lives, I've seen what's better and the greater out there, and I've seen what's the darkness. But my my way of seeing things doesn't always mean it's everyone else is going to see it the same way. But like I said, common sense will be common sense no matter what.
Well, if you want to break through that wall, you have to create an allegiance to something, Because if I want to go against God, I have to become one with the devil. And if I become one with the devil, I become prolific. I become eloquent. I become smart.
Yeah.
And people believe in me.
Exaltation of wisdom is what it is. We now know what wrong is and what right is, what evil is and what good is. We're kind of talking like about Star Wars here. The only way to be a Skywalker is that you got to have some kind of Sith in you.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure if that's really accurate here, but I'm going with that analogy.
it probably isn't. But what I have noticed is that people need to have that contradicting, opposing ideal